Shalom, Yasharallah, giving all praise and glory to the Most High power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Jacob being the forefather of the 12 tribes of Israel. Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Simeon, Zebulun, Ephraim, Manasseh, Gad, Reuben, Naphtali, Asher, and Issachar. The 12 tribes of Israel. That's who we say he's the power of. See, that's a memorial to all generations. And we are generation now, so his name is active as I'm speaking right now. So as always, I'm starting with Colossians 3:17, and whatsoever you do in word or deed, do all by HaSham MASHAYACH YAHAWASHI. That's SHAM MASHAYACH YAHAWASHI, and not Shem, which is Yiddish. And it's our forefather, whichever you want to look at it, however you want to look at it, SHEM. So I'm saying Sham. I hope everybody can start to adjust to that, because that's what we saying in Lashwan Kodash. Bahasham MASHAYACH YAHAWASHI. Giving thanks to the Most High and the Father. Bahasham MASHAYACH YAHAWASHI. In the name of the anointed Savior. So I've been looking at, how the Most High symbolically married us to himself. And we got to look at how the Most High divorced us. And we're going to look at how the Most High, married us back again to a Mashiach Yahawashi coming to shed his blood for the 12 tribes of Israel I just named, and bringing us back to him through a Mashiach Yahawashi. So I was in Ezekiel 21, first chapter. We look at verse 1. It said, "And the word of the Most High came unto me, saying," came to the prophet Ezekiel, "Son of man, set thy face towards Jerusalem." Jerusalem is the land that we come from, 12 tribes of Israel. "And drop thy word toward the holy places, and prophesy against the land of Israel." So you can't just prophesy against the ground. You understand? That's the land. He's talking about the people that live in the land, and say to the land of Israel, what? "Thus say the Most High, behold, I am against thee, and will draw forth my sword out of his sheath." So the Most High is drawing his sword out, "and will cut off from thee, from the land of Israel, the righteous and the wicked." You hear that? So no matter how righteous you were, and we know to be righteous, you have to do what? It's defined in Deuteronomy 6:25. The righteous, these are those that fulfill this scripture of the definition of righteousness in Deuteronomy 6:25. "And it shall be our righteousness if we observe to do," not just read or listen, but if we observe to do all these commandments before the Most High our power, as he have commanded us, right? So the righteous are those that kept the commandments of the Most High. But he cut off from the land of Israel the righteous and the wicked. You see that? For what the wicked done. Because we all have to pay, as you said, "Seeing then," this is Ezekiel 21:4, "seeing then that I will cut off from thee," that's the land of Israel, "the righteous and the wicked, therefore shall my sword go forth out of his sheath against all flesh, from the south to the north." Hear that? From the south to the north of the land of Israel, "that all flesh may know that I, the Most High, power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, have drawn forth my sword." Have drawn forth my sword out of his sheath. "It shall not return anymore." Right? So, since we got kicked off the land, let's let the land talk to us. We're going to go to the book of Baruch in the Apocrypha, the 4th chapter. Baruch, the 4th chapter. And let's start at verse 6. It says, "Ye were sold to the nations, not for your destruction." So what's I say? He ain't sell us to the nation for our destruction, but because ye moved the Most High to wrath by not keeping his commandments, keeping his laws. "You were delivered unto the enemies," not to your friends, but unto the enemies, it says. "For ye provoked him that made you by sacrificing unto devils, and not to the Most High." So here it is. That's what the Most High told us in 1 Corinthians 10:20 and 21. Go there. 1 Corinthians 10:20, 21. This is what we have done. This is why he took the righteous and the wicked into captivity, slavery, and bondage. 1 Corinthians 10:20 says, but I say that the things which the Gentiles sacrifice or worship, they sacrifice to devils and not to the Most High. And I would not that ye should have fellowship with devils. So when you look at our people, the majority of us that are Israelites call themselves Gentiles. And they sacrifice the devils. They have the same curriculum that we learned from slavery. You know, they have an amendment that they put forth in 1620 called the Religious Instructions to the Negroes in the United States of America, where they program all those who are going to deal with any religion how to program us until this day. Because the major way that they program us was turn to your neighbor and say this. Don't you hear that now? That's what it did. So we regurgitated what they program us to say and polluting our brain. You ain't brainwashed. Your brain is polluted if you ain't dealing with what's the truth. Period. You watch something, I said in St. John 15:3 said, now you are clean through the word that I speak unto you. So, you know, all through the Testament, they speak not according to this word because there's no light in them. The light is the laws, the commandments of the Most High, which you taught you not under. So you're not really dealing with being illuminated with this light of the power of the Most High. The light is so bright you can't even approach it. But that light is following what he say do, his rules and regulations. So we were disenfranchised from our heritage, everything that was about us, to become Gentiles and to sacrifice the devils. That's why he said, but I say the things that which the Gentiles sacrifice, they sacrifice the devils and not to the Most High. Power of Abraham, Isaac, Jacob. Jacob being the forefather of the 12 tribes of Israel. And I would not that ye should have fellowship with devils. Listen to what he said. Ye cannot drink the cup of the Most High and the cup of devils. Ye cannot be partakers of the Most High's table and of the table of devils. I'm telling you, this is what we did. Why we in the condition we in. That's why it's saying. Baruch 4:7. For ye provoked him that made you by sacrificing unto devils. See? Same thing. And not to the Most High. Yeah. Not only that, go to, man. That's why I say, you know, it's not enough of showing us how wicked and how we did the things to cause ourselves to go through the things that we went through. And we're doing the things now, we have done the things now that's going to cause ourselves to go through what we got to go through in Jacob's trouble. Through the wicked. That's why I say the wicked and the righteous and the wicked went into captivity. Slavery, bondage to our soldier, our enemies. Look. Psalm 96:5. For all the gods of the nations are idols. Right? But the Most High made the heavens because they worship in the sun, the moon, the comets, you name it, stars, everything. And they had those symbols on their religions. A lot of religions have their symbols on it. But Psalms 106:35. But were mingled among the heathen and learned their works. Now, the Most High told us. See, this is something that you got to look at, or at least I look at, and that's prophecies that's to come. And I look at what we did while we went into the condition that we was in, because our ancestors didn't care enough about us. The 2/3 didn't care enough about what he promised going to happen to us for the future. That could be worse than it was then, as we sin and gonna see in Jacob's trouble, to prepare ourselves for that and do right, what we've got to do in righteousness. Because he told us in Jeremiah 10:1 and 2, hear ye the word which the Most High speaketh unto you, O house of Israel. Talking who live in the house, family of Israel, the 12 tribes of Israel. Thus said the Most High, learn not the way of the heathen. He told us this. Learn not the way of the heathen. That's why I did a lesson on Edomized, Edomization, Edomism, Edomish, and all of that. Because they're the superpower of the earth, and they're the ones that our people want to be joined into. He said, learn not to what he or any other nation. Because you remember, all the nations, gods are idols. Their powers are idols. He said, thus said the Most High, learn not the way of the heathen, Jeremiah 10:2, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them. That's the same thing he said in Psalms 96:5, for all the gods of the nations are idols. But the Most High made the heavens because the heathen are dismayed at the things in heaven. That's who their gods are. A lot of them. And their symbols represent their gods. No matter what name they are, they got symbols that represent, that's from the heavens, that represent their gods. That's why Psalms 106:35. You heard what the land said. We move the Most High to wrath by sacrificing to devils. Listen, Psalms 106:35. But were mingled among the heathen and learned their works, contrary to what the Most High just told us to do. Listen, go to Exodus 34 and 11. Contrary to what the Most High told us to do. Ain't no compromise in this, y'all. Y'all got to hear what he's saying and change. Psalm 34:11. Observe thou that which I command thee this day. Behold, I drive out before thee the Amorite, these Hamite nations, the Amorite and the Canaanite and the Hittite and the Perizzite and the Hivite and the Jebusite. Take heed to thyself. So he told us, take heed to ourselves, lest thou make a covenant, agreement, or contract with the inhabitants of the land, whither thou goest, lest it be for a snare in the midst of thee. That's why I say it was a trap. And following what these other nations dealing with, because they're not dealing with the Most High power of Abraham, Isaac, Jacob. I'll tell you what, you start naming them tribes, and see you don't see a separation. This is just true. That's what the Most High say is, the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. But ye shall destroy their altars. Hear what he's saying? He said, no, we ain't supposed to be dealing with these other nations' powers. You shall destroy their altars, what they believe in, break their images, tear their images up, and cut down their groves, for thou shalt worship no other power. But the Most High, whose name is jealous, you hear that? The Most High, whose name is jealous, is a jealous power. You better hear what he's saying. Lest thou make a covenant, you make an agreement, a contract with the inhabitants of the land, and they go a whoring after their gods, see? That's why I say you sacrifice the devils. Deceitful and evil people that's calling themselves worshiping the power of Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, Jacob being the forefather of the 12 tribes of Israel, but they can't name them tribes. That's who we say he is. That's why I say it's very important. You name them tribes, cut out a lot of confusion. You hear what he said, lest thou make a covenant. A lot of you have made a covenant, a agreement with these other nations by following their religions, period, with the inhabitants of the land, and they go a whoring after their gods, their powers, their idols, and do sacrifice unto their gods, their powers, their idols. And one call thee, and thou eat of his sacrifice. Come on, think about it. That's what people doing when they go into, I'll give you a prime example, an Asian restaurant. And they got Buddha right there in the front. You go into the door, Buddha right there. Salakti Mosai, even call it on the name. Got him right there. They done prayed to their God. They done prayed to their idol. That he bring them success. Everybody come in and buy their food. Here you come. Right in there. Eat it. They ain't think about it. You sacrifice it to their God. You go a whoring after their gods and don't even know it. You know it now if you hear my voice, I'm telling you. And one call thee, and thou eat of his sacrifice. You eat of his sacrifice, what he worship. Sacrifice, worship, same thing. And thou take of their daughters unto thy sons. This is abomination. This is against the Most High's laws. And thou take of their daughters unto thy sons, and their daughters go a whoring after their gods. See? You let our daughters marry in with them, and our daughters go a whoring after their gods. It's no different than we have children, and they go after these religious people. Most High didn't give us religion. He gave us laws and commandments. Moral laws, civil laws, dietary laws, ceremonial laws, and sacrificial law. But we know the sacrificial law was done away with in YAHAWASHI. Precious blood was shed for the 12 tribes of Israel on the tree. This is what has happened. And thou take of their daughters unto thy sons, and their daughters go a whoring after their gods, and make thy sons go a whoring after their gods. See, that's why you got to be very careful. Now, I want one of you out there to say that the Most High don't know what he's talking about. Since y'all don't believe in the fact that we're not supposed to be interracial marrying, this is just the truth. So he said all the gods of the nations, the idols, if they deal with idolatry, he said when you let your son marry their daughter, it's no different than our women today. If you got an agenda of another power that they call God, and it's not the most high power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob that's in this Bible, then you're no different than them. You marry this heathen woman that's an Israelite, but she's a heathen, she's a Gentile. She's not an Israelite. You can't tell her that she's an Israelite, and you go following what she does. Even though you call yourself an Israelite. But you're still dealing with whatever it is that she does. It's no different. You got to keep this in mind, man. While we got to be, can two walk together and not agree, we got to be together in this. So it's not worth it. I mean, if you're going to go and follow what she's dealing with, you got to be, ain't no compromising with the Most High, is it? Tell me what the Most High said, maybe you could do this, go over here and do this, and it's okay. He's telling you right here. And thou take of their daughters unto thy sons, see? And their daughters go a whoring after their gods, their idols, and make thy sons go a whoring after their gods, after their idols. That's what these religions are. Or show me what a religion that's keeping the moral laws, the civil laws, the dietary laws, ceremonial laws. Today. To date. If you're not, the Most High wrote those laws with his finger. 613. And then we learn as we read the Bible, all type of things. And they're not doing it. Listen. Thou shalt make thee no molten gods, no molten images, man, no molten idols. And that's what we went over there earlier. First thing we did, what? Moses went up to get the laws from the Most High. He was just there 40 days, 40 nights. Before he could even be up there long, where Moses at? He ain't coming back. That Moses brought us out of Egypt. All the miracles that we seen the Most High do. 10 plagues. Not only that, he opened up the Red Sea, and we walked across dry ground. We scared to death on the shore, seeing Pharaoh and his army coming. You know he's mad because he done lost his son. His son had been killed. Everybody's son, firstborn that's with him, you got to look at it. Animal, beast, and firstborn died. So they all mad. And they coming after us, and we scared to death. Most High opened up the Red Sea, we walked across dry ground and let them come in the sea and drown them. And we seen them on the shore dead. Our enemy, we seen them on the shore dead. They got Pharaoh's chariots in a museum in Cairo, Egypt. The Bible is real, y'all. And we get here, and I mean, we could have complained, but to tell Aaron, Moses' brother, the priest, to make a golden calf? And this who brought us out of the land of Egypt? Come on, how do you think? That's why I say most people don't. If you just concentrate on yourself and you don't feel how that would make the Most High feel, we ain't talking about one person, we talking about all of us. That's why he took the righteous and the wicked into captivity we just read, man. How we offended, how offensive is that? And then only that, when the kingdom was split, Jeroboam made 2 calves. They was there. It ain't like we are now. We trying to learn all over again. No, we knew that we made a calf. It offended the Most High. We knew this. We went in captivity under King David and King Solomon. Many of times we've been free. Then you have somebody evil come along, then we go back to captivity. But then a lot of times, man, like for those years, we were free. Everybody was subject to Israel. 40 years under King David, 40 years under King Solomon. King Solomon died, that's 80 years. In Jeroboam, the Ephraimite over the northern tribes made 2 golden calves. Come on, man. I got to do a lesson on all of that. But let's go back to Psalms. I digress. I mean, this, like I said, if you don't really think about the Most High, he said in Hosea 5:15, I'm going to go to my place until we acknowledge our offense. If we don't look at ourselves and what we have done, regardless of how righteous you think you are, man, we all have sinned. You don't think about him? I mean, how we offended him and still offended him? Look, you heard what he told us. You don't know, go back and look at the beginning of the lesson. Psalms 106:35, he said, but were mingled among the heathen and learned their works. Isn't that all contrary to what we just read so far? And they served their idols. See? The heathen dealing with idolatry. I don't care what religion you call, name them. They believe in a religion that they have in America, and they're keeping the law, statutes, commandments of the Most High. Or they done mixed it in some kind of way. I'm going to do this over here. I'm not going to do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do it. Man, that's against the Most High. Better hear it. Serve their idols. Today is religions, which was a snare unto them, which is a trap. Yeah, they sacrificed. Listen to what they did. And they sacrificed their sons and their daughters unto devils. That's why when we look at Baruch, the 4th chapter, you're talking about the Apocrypha is not canon. You better understand. He say, verse 7 say, for ye provoked him, that's the Most High, power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, that made you by sacrificing unto devils and not to the Most High. What does it say here? Psalm 106:36. And they served their idols, these other nations, these heathen nation idols, which were a snare unto them. Yeah, not only that, they sacrificed their sons and their daughters unto devils. See? Just like he said it, unto devils. And shed innocent blood, even the blood of their sons and their daughters, whom they sacrificed unto the idols of Canaan, and the land was polluted with blood. Hear that? Sacrifice our sons and daughters, man. Put them in the fire, man. That's where they defile with their own works and went a-whoring with their own inventions. Therefore the wrath, not the love, but the wrath of the Most High was kindled against his people, insomuch that he abhorred, he hated his own inheritance, and he gave them into the hand of the heathen. The ones that made a snare for us and following their idols, he gave us to them. Listen, and he gave them into the hand of the heathen. That's these other nations outside of the 12 tribes of Israel. And they that hated them ruled over them. See, nations don't love us. He's telling you, these nations hate us. They that hated them ruled over them. Their enemies, listen, not our friends, their enemies also oppressed them, and they were brought into subjection under their hand. See? Going back to Baruch, the 4th chapter, let the land talk to us. He said, verse 7 again. Since we preached up all that from verse 7, for ye provoked him that made you by sacrificing unto devils and not to the Most High. Ye have forgotten the everlasting power. That's cold, man. That's offensive. Just like it is today. If I hear the Bible say, all I want you to talk about is the Most High. I ain't talking about the Most High talking to Israel. I'm talking about just the Most High, to know him. You just read, hopefully, with me, in Exodus 34 chapter. So his name is jealous. That's another name. His name is jealous. He said, ye have forgotten the everlasting power that brought you up, and ye have grieved Jerusalem that nursed you. That's why we're reading about how Most High kicked the righteous and the wicked out of the land of Israel, out of Jerusalem, our homeland. But when she saw, that's the land, the wrath of the Most High coming upon you, she said, hearken, listen, O ye that dwell about Zion, the Most High have brought upon me, the land of Israel, great mourning. For I saw the captivity of my sons and daughters, which the everlasting brought upon them. With joy that I nourished them. Hear that? We were happy in the land of Israel, and the land was happy to have us in the land of Israel, nourishing us with the laws, such commandments of the Most High, doing what's right. But sent them away with weeping and mourning. Hear that? Weeping and mourning. I mean, look, MASHAYACH told us. He prophesied. Luke 21:24. He prophesied. He told us, man, when he was here. Many a time we've been in captivity. This is when in the Roman Empire. He said, hey, and they shall fall, Luke 21:24, they shall fall by the edge of the sword and shall be led away captive into all nations. See? This happened in 70 AD. And Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles, these other nations, until the times of the Gentiles be fulfilled. So they only have so much time that they're going to be in our land. As it is written, the Most High have said it, without a shadow of a doubt. Trodden down of the Gentiles until their time that the Most is in the Most High's hand. He fulfilled their time in being in our land, occupying it. Baruch 4. The land gonna tell us why we was kicked out. You gotta hear. Because you say he sent us away with weeping and mourning. We was having a good time with joy, and we broke the laws of the Most High. We broke the commandments of the Most High. The same thing that these churches saying, these religions saying we ain't under the law, which they're not under the law because they're heathens. You following the way of the heathen. They're not under the law. He never, look, Psalms 119, Psalms 147, 19 and 20, he never gave them the laws. These other nations, that's why it's a waste of time even dealing with them, trying to teach them the laws. Unless they're going to be sincere. He showeth his word, this Psalms 147, 19 and 20, he showeth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. See? He have not dealt so with any nation. He ain't dealt so with no other nation. As for his judgments, the punishments for breaking his laws that they didn't ever get, they have not known them, but we have. As the Israelites, praise ye the Most High. You see, so they don't know anything about this. They don't know anything about this. That's why, going back to Baruch 4, let the land tell us. Since we won't hear the Most High said, let the land, you talk to them, land of Israel. Because they don't want to listen to me. So Most High say, hey, you tell the land to talk to us. Baruch 4 and 12. Let no man rejoice over me, a widow. It's the land. I don't care who's there. As long as we're not there, as the 12 tribes of Israel, the land said they're a widow and forsaken of many, who for the sins of my people, the sins breaking the commandments of the Most High, the laws of the Most High of my people, am left desolate, because they departed from the law of the Most High. Because we departed from the law of the Most High, the same laws that you preachers are saying that we not under. And we the children of Israel. And can't nobody disprove that we're not. And you believe in this dang on white Jesus and so forth. That's crazy, man. Say they knew not his statutes. Hear that? They knew not his statutes, nor walked in the ways of his commandments. Sound familiar? Sound like these churches to me, these religions to me. Nor tried in the paths of discipline in his righteousness. We define righteousness, let's define it again. What's righteousness? Let's go to Psalms 119 and 172. In the law, it's in Deuteronomy 6:25. 119, 172. My tongue shall speak of thy word, for all thy commandments are righteousness. See? All the Most High's commandments are righteousness. So this is what you're looking at. When you look at these words and it's defined, you can't gainsay on it. Unless you just want to be wicked. Baruch 4. They knew not his statutes. Verse 13. They knew not his statutes, nor walked in the ways of his commandments. See? Nor trod in the paths of discipline in his righteousness. That's keeping his commandments, his laws. See, let them that dwell about Zion come, and remember ye the captivity of my sons and daughters, which the everlasting, that's the Most High, have brought upon them. Say, for he have brought a nation upon them from far, a shameless nation. See how he look at them? A shameless nation, and of a strange language, who neither regard reverence old man, they don't care about the old nor pity child. That's part of the curses what the Most High say he gonna do to us. He say, look, you gotta understand, but look, what he brought upon us. We brought upon ourselves. He warned us. It's just our forefathers didn't take heed for the future generations. Let's go to Ezekiel 7. And we can start at verse 21, really. You say, and I will give it into the hands of the strangers that for a prey. Here we are. Say, we'll give our land to the stranger for a prey, and to the wicked of the earth for a spoil, and they shall pollute it. Hear that? Who the wicked? Job 9:24. For the wicked for a spoil, man. Take everything we have. Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Who the Most High gave our land to? The wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. The wicked covered the faces of the judges thereof. We the judges of the Most High, the MASHAYACH, the ultimate judge. If not, where and who is he? If it ain't them. That's why he say, look, Ezekiel 7:21, and I will give it unto the hands of the strangers for a prey. That's divorce, man. And to the wicked of the earth, hear that? The wicked of the earth for a spoil. And they shall pollute it. Hear that? They shall pollute it. Ain't no righteousness over there. He said they shall pollute it. Make it mean something different. You can't. My face will I turn also from them, and they shall pollute my secret place, for the robbers shall enter into it and defile it. I mean, they 70 AD, man, like MASHAYACH just said in Luke 21 and 24, when they brought us down to 70 AD, we fought from 65 to 70 AD, man. It was war. They polluted the land, man. Because they're, like he said, he never gave them the law, statute, commandments. They deal with the Talmud. They can say Torah all they want to. They deal with Talmud, man. He said, make a change. This is us going to captivity. For the land is full of bloody crimes. Hear that? Make a change. For the land is full of bloody crimes, and the city is full of violence. Wherefore I will bring the worst of the heathen. Hear that? The worst of the heathen. And they shall possess their houses. So who's there over the land of Israel? The worst of the heathen. And they shall possess their houses. I will also make the pomp of the strong to cease. All almighty men gonna cease. The strength gonna cease, and their holy places shall be defiled. They were defiled, man, because the Most High didn't allow us to be amongst these heathen and allow them even come around us in our temples. We were separate. He separated us from all nations, man. Say, destruction cometh, and they shall seek peace, and there shall be none. See, this is what was prophesied. Mischief shall come upon mischief, and rumor shall be upon rumor. Then shall they seek a vision of the people or the prophet. But the law, listen, these preachers, they shall seek a vision of the prophet. It's going to come down in Jacob's trouble. All of y'all going to be running up in these churches, asking these pork chop eating preachers, give me a vision, give me a vision. They don't know about a prophecy. Listen, our people going to seek for a vision of the prophet, but the law shall perish from the priests and counsel from the ancients. They don't know nothing about no law. They say we ain't under the law. Sad to say, here we are. It is what it is, man. That's why he said, going to Baruch 4, verse 14, let them that dwell about Zion come, and remember ye the captivity of my sons and daughters, which the everlasting hath brought upon them. For he hath brought a nation upon them from far, a shameless nation. That's how you think about the Edomites that brought us into captivity, slavery, and bondage, and all other nations that was joined with them, of a strange language. We don't speak the same language. Who neither reverence old man nor pities child. Say, these have carried away the dear beloved children of the widow, and left her that was alone, desolate, without daughters. But what can I help you? So the land said, how can I help you? For he that brought these plagues upon you will deliver you from the hands of your enemies. Go your way, O my children. But there's a solution. You got to have a solution of how it's going to happen. Say, go your way, my children. Go your way, for I am left desolate. Say, I have put off the clothing of peace, and put upon me the sackcloth of my prayer. I will cry unto the everlasting in my days. The land says it's going to cry to the Most High. That's the only time the Most High had pity on us. With humility and crying to the Most High. Say, be of good cheer. O my children, cry unto the Most High. That's a solution. Cry unto the Most High. And he shall deliver you from the power and hand of the enemies. It's the only time the Most High have pity on us. For my hope is in the everlasting. My hope, the land said, their hope is in the everlasting. Most High. That he will save you. And joy is come upon you, unto you, from the Holy One. Because of the mercy. Not give you something we do deserve, y'all. That's mercy. Which shall soon come unto you from the everlasting our Savior. For I sent you out with mourning and weeping, as we just read. But the Most High will give you to me again with joy and gladness forever. That's why it's, look, joy and gladness forever, right? Because he told you in the kingdom, Revelation 21:3, he said, and I heard another voice out of heaven saying, behold, the tabernacle of the Most High is with men, and he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people, and the Most High himself shall be with them, and be their power, and the Most High shall wipe away all tears from their eyes. That's why it's going to be joy when we get back to the land. No more war. Hey, no more criminals, no more. Listen, he said he's going to wipe away all the tears from our eyes, and there shall be no more death. That means you're going to live forever and ever and ever. Neither sorrow, no sadness. That's why it's going to be joy. No crying. Ain't going to be no more crying. Neither shall there be any more pain. No more pain, suffering. But the former things are passed away. And he that sat upon the throne said, behold, I make all things new. And he said unto me, write. For these words are true and faithful. Our Lord. Yeah. So you see, the land is giving us a solution. It's telling us, we got kicked out the land for breaking the Most High's laws, the righteous and the wicked. And here we are. It's a way that we can come back. It said, Baruch 4:23. I love this. It said, for I sent you out with mourning and weeping, but the Most High will give you to me again. The land says, we're going to get the land of Israel again. With joy. With joy. We're going to be happy and gladness. How long? Forever. Forever. And ever and ever and ever. Like as now, the neighbors of Zion have seen your captivity. See all these neighbors of Zion, we the 12 tribes of Israel, seen us go into captivity. So shall they see shortly your salvation, our powers from authority that's coming back on the earth from our power, which shall come upon you with great glory and brightness of the everlasting. That's right, man. You see, my children, suffer patiently. I deal with time, y'all. You got to have patience. The wrath that has come upon you from the Most High, but thy enemy have persecuted thee, which we know. But shortly, as we see, and this is written for us, thou shalt see his destruction, and shalt tread upon his neck. My delicate ones have gone rough ways, and were taken away as a flock caught of the enemies. Be of good comfort, O my children, and cry unto the Most High. Tell us again. The land said, it cried to the Most High, telling us to cry to the Most High now, the third time telling us the solution. Be of good comfort, O my children, and cry unto the Most High, for ye shall be remembered of him that brought these things upon you. For as it was your mind to go astray from the Most High, listen to this, every last one of us, so being returned, and we returned because we weren't born into this, knowing all the things that we know now, being returned, seek him 10 times more. For he that brought these plagues upon you shall bring you everlasting joy again with your salvation. Hallelujah. Say, take a good heart. Have a good mind in thinking of this. O Jerusalem, 12 tribes of Israel, but he that gave thee that name will comfort thee. Miserable are they that afflicted thee, and rejoice at thy fall. Miserable are the cities which thy children served. Miserable is she that received thy sons. Hear that? You can't make it be nothing different than what it's saying, man. For as she rejoiced at thy ruin, and was glad of thy fall, so shall she be grieved for her own desolation, destruction that's coming upon them. For I will take away the rejoicing of her great multitude, saith the Most High, and her pride shall be turned into mourning. For fire shall come upon her from the everlasting. Stop this. That's what the Most High telling you. It's prophecy. Fire will come upon her from the everlasting, long to endure. And she shall be inhabited of devils for a great time. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. That's the good news. That's prophecy. From there, let's look at, go to Deuteronomy. I digress. Go to Deuteronomy, the 9th chapter. Is that one? What did I do? Deuteronomy 6. No, before we go there, go to Deuteronomy 6th chapter. The 6th chapter and verse 10. Deuteronomy 6th chapter, verse 10. And it shall be, this is the future, when the Most High thy power shall have brought thee into the land which he sware unto thy fathers. Who's our forefathers? To Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob. That's the name of the Most High forever, and from world to all generations. To give thee great and goodly cities, which thou buildest not, because it was already built. Them Canaanites, them Hivites, and all the 7 nations that he destroyed and getting them out of the land, they already had the cities. Listen, build. They say, we're going to get the cities that we done built. We didn't have to build them. And houses full of all good things. See that? A house is full of all good things, which thou fillest not. It was already filled. All we had to do was just go in there and take over. And wells digged, had wells for water digged already, which thou diggest not. We had to dig no wells. It was already, everything was already taken care of. Vineyards and olive trees, which thou plantest not, when thou shalt have eaten and be full. Say, be eaten and be full. No matter what you wanted, you had enough of it. He said, then beware. This is what we didn't listen to. Then beware, lest thou forget the Most High, which brought thee forth out of the land of Egypt from the house of bondage. You started living large, having everything you want. Next thing you know, you forgot about the Most High. Like a lot of you think the Most High got to do with your prosperity and your wealth and so forth. Better acknowledge him. This is what he said. Thou shalt fear the Most High, thy power. Ecclesiastes 12:13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear the Most High and keep His commandments. Same thing. Thou shalt fear the Most High. You know how we feared when we heard that trumpet on that mountain? It started quaking and the thunder and the lightnings and the mountain, the smoke going up from the mountain like a volcano, going away up in the air, scared us. You just heard the trumpet sound. We trembled at this trumpet sound. It was so loud. That's more than the lightnings and the thunder and all that. Come on. That's why I say, you shall fear the Most High thy power, your power, Yasharallah, 12 tribes of Israel, and serve him, and shall swear by his name. So ye shall not go after other gods, or the gods of the people which are round about you. Listen, for the Most High thy power is a jealous power. You know, it said, we just read in Exodus 34th chapter, his name is jealous. Hear it is again. He said it about 3 times. For the Most High thy power is a jealous power among you, lest the anger of the Most High thy power be kindled against thee and destroy thee from off the face of the earth. Like, you know, he said, I'm going to kill you. You don't do what I say do. Can't get no clearer than that, y'all. Deuteronomy 9, the 9th chapter, verse 1 to 3. Hear, O Israel, Shema Yasharallah, thou art to pass over Jordan this day, to go in to possess nations. Listen, to possess nations greater and mightier than thyself. Cities great and fenced up to heaven. Like he said, everything's already taken care of. But these nations that he took down was greater and mightier than us. But the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob said, hey, I got this. Many a times, we've been in captivity. He just took them nations down and set somebody else in their place. He said, a people great and tall. See, these people are great and tall. You're talking about giants. Here go giants right here. A people great and tall. Giants. The children of the Anakims. Anakims. Whom thou knowest. Remember Moses sent the Joshua and Caleb and other brothers to go and spy out the land? And they came back, oh, we can't take them down. Scared. Scared. Most already said he's going to give us the land. Better hear what he's saying. That's why I say you better know what this Bible is saying. So when you know what the Bible's saying, you just go with it. That's how you flow with the Most High. Other than that, you flowing against him. You definitely going against him. He's saying what he's going to do for the future. Prophecies and so forth. Like the land just told you what he's going to do. In that prophecy that we just read in Baruch, the 4th chapter. You believe it or you don't believe it? You don't believe it, then hey, you're going to be part of the fire that's going to come on this earth to burn people up. He said all the sinners of my people are going to die by the sword. That sword is that fire he's going to bring on this earth, man. You got a choice to choose one or the other. That's life or death. That's it. That's why he said, Deuteronomy 9 and 2. A people great and tall, the children of the Anakims, whom thou knowest, and of whom thou hast heard say, who can stand before the children of Anak? See? That's what they said. That's what the Most High said. Ain't nobody going to the promised land but Joshua and Caleb. They wasn't scared. All the rest of the adults, I'm killing them. So I'm killing them. We came into Egypt 600,000 strong. Soldiers, men, and our women and children. He killed everybody but 2 people. That was adult, Joshua and Caleb. Because they believe, man. That's why I said when you look at the masses of people that's supposed to be in the truth and dealing with whatever, man, when they go down, man, I see people just run. People just desert you. No faith. We're going to find out. Understand, therefore, this day, that the Most High thy power is he which goeth over before thee as a consuming fire. He shall destroy them. I'm going to read you again. Understand, therefore, this day, that the Most High, your power, thy power is your power. And see, people want to eliminate the fact that thy power, oh, that's no too many thys and these. Thy is your. He's saying your power is a personal possessive pronoun showing ownership. Your power, he the power of Israel, period, the Israelites, is he which goeth over before thee. Hear that? Is he that's going over before us. You believe it or you don't believe it? You believe what the land just said? That the Most High telling the land to tell us? Since we don't listen to him, let the land talk to him. You just heard what the land said. You believe that? Or you going to follow whatever it is that you see happening in the world. Follow this and follow the news. And they control the news. The ones that got our land, they control the news, the magazines, the internet, you know, the people that's in the pulpits and the preachers in the behind the pulpits and so forth. Everybody's controlled by that. They control everybody except for the Hebrew Israelites. We going by what this Bible say. If you don't believe that, hey, you with them. You say, understand therefore this, say that the Most High, thy power, your power, Yasharallah, 12 tribes of Israel, is he which goeth over before thee as a consuming fire. He shall destroy them. You hear that? As a consuming fire, he shall destroy them. As a consuming fire, he shall destroy them. And he shall bring them down before thy face. So shalt thou drive them out and destroy them quickly, as the Most High has said unto thee. You get no clearer than that. Look. He says consuming fire, right? I repeat it again. Most High speak once, yea, twice. That's repeated a few times. So you understand what we talking about. Here, Hebrews, the 12th chapter, the 29th verse. Hebrews, the 12th chapter, the 29th verse. For our power, who is the Most High, is a consuming fire. For our power is a consuming fire. You see that? Exodus 24:17. I mean, our power is a consuming fire. He fired from his waist up, fire from his waist down. But people don't want to. You don't believe. But understand. Look at Exodus 24:17. And the sight of the glory of the Most High was like devouring fire on the top of the mount in the eyes of the children of Israel. You're going to understand, man. Our power is a consuming fire. That's why he say, man, he going to destroy them. He going to consume them. It's the same thing as he, like, remember, he put the rainbow in the sky for us right now. And for himself, to remind himself that he will not destroy this world with water like in a flood, as he did in the flood. He going to bring fire this time. It's a purifying element. You got water that purifies and fire that purifies. So now when you go to Deuteronomy 4:24, listen. For the Most High, thy power, your power, yours a personal possessive pronoun showing ownership, your power, Yasharallah, 12 tribes of Israel, is a consuming fire. You hear that?